Hello, Yeeps. Some time ago, Trash Games had the music competition where you would have to make community music for an update. And I did like a kind of cloud thing. It's like, adventure, yay, cloud stuff, flying in the sky or whatever. That kind of stuff. And I was like, why did I do this? I have a complete update idea, so now I'll show you. Alright, the update itself, it's gonna have a new biome, and it's gonna be like the background's all clouds and stuff. You're in the middle of the sky, and there's gonna be like some cloud or stuff. It's gonna be like you can bounce and boingy, like the terrain, or like the dirt, I guess, or something. And then there's gonna be a new map. There's gonna be like these towers that you can fly from, like tall tower to short tower. Or use like these launch balls to launch you from short tower to tall tower that'll explain in a second. And I think this would be pretty cool. And also there would be an aviator gnome. I think that would be cool. Also the bundle, I think it would be something like an airplane, I guess. Oh, no, sorry, not an airplane. An aviator, like one of those like goggles, like 1900s pilots. I think that would be really cool. Like the goggles, and then like some like shirt, and then like the neck thing where like it flies back if you go really fast in the wind. And I think that would be a really cool, especially since like we haven't gotten a new biome in the wild. I think it would be really cool. Tech web time. So here's my idea for a tech web. You start in the middle here with the air ball, and basically it's sort of like a grenade. You can throw it against the ground, and it'll launch you in the air. It's probably like sort of like a portal ball, except it's gray with the white like tornado logo on it. Here you have these paths, like the sky path, and then the sky block with the bouncy cloud thing I was talking about. And I'll start on the top right here. So you have your 1x2x2s. Then here, this is creative block stuff, aviator gnome, captain gnome, pigeon and bird stuff. And here, you know the water level changer or like the ground level changer? This would be a cloud thing, and it'll just control like at what level clouds will start spawning. It starts on the top, so like if this is not activated, then there will be no clouds. You can click the down arrow here, and it'll push it. Well, this down arrow will push it down by one level. This down arrow will push it down all the way. So if you want the entire lobby to fill with clouds, you can just click this. And then of course there's a cloud painter, which will just dye the clouds. Going clockwise, we have these bush-like things that are just like artificial clouds. Here we have new kinds of wood, rounded wood, like a dome, sphere, cylinder. I think that would be cool. Here, I have these sky branches. It's gonna be sort of like the logs, except they'll also have like some leaves maybe. And then wings, which you can use to flap for like double jumping. I think that would be a really cool concept for Yeeps. And just imagine like double jumping, like just jump, flap, and then you get further. I think that would be cool. And then jets. Jets are basically propellers, except they work in the air, and they don't work in the water. Except propellers also work on land if you freeze yourself. So that's an issue. What I would suggest is these are more efficient in the air, and they don't work at all in water. Now going up to the top left, someone suggested one of these in my old videos. Diagonal fans and spring pads. I also added small fans since we have small spring pad, but not small fans. So I was like, hey, we could have small fan, and diagonal spring pad, which would make really useful for like slope launching, like boing, so you won't have to go down flat. Here we have balloons, which you can attach to the Yeeps to make them float up. And then we have these new bombs. These are launch bombs, which work a lot like the airball. They even have the same logo. And how the launch bomb would work is you can just throw it against the ground, it'll stick, and then it'll launch everything nearby just further back, which is sort of like not further back. It's gonna be like an impulse bomb, except instead of launching stuff back, it'll launch stuff up. And then there's the hang glider, which will basically let you just, it's a hang glider. Then here, fluffy paint. This is like sample texture or something. But basically, it's paint, but with a pattern. Like, so it's not just plain paint, except it's like, it'll look fluffy or something. Like you can touch it and you would expect to feel something. Like this blanket or something. I think that would be really cool. And then we need neon yellow. Not just the neon white neon yellow that we have in the grass tech web right now, or the suburbs tech web, but like an actual neon yellow. Anyways, that's really all for the video. Trash Game, please consider my update idea, and if you do, please use my music. And here's a quick sample of my music.